Hello. So I want to talk about this topic because it's something that I feel people don't actually realize that much, and it is their inner voice. And you know that there's that voice. Fuck. There's actually too much sunlight here. You know that there's that inner voice which basically tells you to not do anything. So it tells you every day you are not enough. You can't do it because you will procrastinate. Eh, I don't know. You are not capable of studying more than 5 hours daily. That girl doesn't like you. Like all of those things. And that inner voice is actually not you. That inner voice is literally you are the person who reacts to the thoughts that that inner voice says about you, right? And so when you realize that, you come up with the next question, which is okay, but like, who the fuck am I? And that's basically what I will be talking about. I really don't know everything about this topic, but I started basically making some progress towards my inner voice from like more or less 2 weeks ago. And I feel like I became honestly a more compassionate person. I became like just honestly, I understand way more people now, and I can understand why like I can procrastinate. I can understand why like even like this topic with like Evil Dia. I can understand why like even like he makes videos about people. Like I know for a fact that he's probably like if I talk with him in person, he's probably like not really as bad. He's just like yeah, he makes videos about people because that's how he brings food to the table. And like I honestly kind of understand why people do that. Of course, I don't really like when people talk about other people to make money, but like I can understand why because it's just like well, that's what they do. And like if they are bringing money to a table like that, well then they are in their total right to actually do that. Yeah, maybe they make a hate video about me, or I don't know, they bring some points that yeah they can be correct in on all of those things, but like in reality, it's just yeah, like they have their inner voice too, and their inner voice is telling them that they should talk about that. And if their inner voice, yeah, and if they pay attention to their inner voice, I can't do anything for them, honestly. So yeah, um, actually, this inner voice thing, it's really annoying when you try to like study, because it's just like 3 days ago, more or less 5 days ago, I noticed that there was this feeling in my belly, and basically this feeling in my belly was like, okay, telling me to just not study, and you will say, okay, but like how you can sense that feeling in your belly that tells you to fucking not study. And I will tell you, it's actually not that difficult. You know for a fact that whenever you don't want to study or whenever you procrastinate, you just don't do it because you don't feel like it. But like in reality, you can just ignore that feeling and just do it anyways. And it's actually really crazy. This and it's actually like this really crazy because you wouldn't actually realize this if you don't pay really attention, a lot of attention to it. And so, two things that I've discovered that actually helped me to pay attention to my inner voice is first reading about the topic a lot. So when you read about the topic, when you listen about the topic, you basically start like thinking about it more, and the more you think about it, the more you will think about it, and that's how you will realize that some thoughts come to your mind, some feelings come to your body, and those feelings are not you. And so when I was about to see German and I was about to see it for 2 hours, I just said, I had this feeling in my belly, and that feeling was actually like not pleasant. And basically, that feeling is telling you to just not study. And basically, that feeling will make you to fucking procrastinate, and you don't want to procrastinate. And so I said, okay, like there's some times in which I listen to my body, and I actually don't end up regretting it. And so I said, okay, like let's pay attention to my body for just a bit of time. And so I paid attention to it, and when I did it, it was like, okay, I actually think I can study. And I just said, okay, I will try to study for just 10 minutes. And if I don't want to study, I will just stop studying. And I basically just warmed up, literally just like maybe you're going to the gym and you're warming up to basically train. And if you don't feel like training after warming up, then it means that you will not train that day. Then I basically did the same thing in my language learning. So I warmed up for my language learning. I was basically just studying languages like very likely. It's not something that really like stresses your mind. And when I did that, I said, okay, like I can fucking study. Like I don't really have to pay attention to my uh, inner mind, to my inner voice, right? Which in this case came in the form of a feeling, not the form of a thought. But like what can happen to you is that this inner voice can come to you in the form of a thought. So maybe I, for a fact that if you follow me, um, I had basically this hate with LD and all of that shit, right? So um basically my voice was telling me, you have people that hate you, you are not actually that great, you will not do the thing. And basically it's a voice that talks about you, talks about the things you did, talks about the things that you want to accomplish 24/7. And sometimes it literally says things that are good, but like literally 1 minute after is saying things that are actually not really benefiting you at all. And so why the fuck are you going to pay attention to this inner voice if literally your inner voice has fucking ADHD? So imagine if you had a person here, right? I don't know if you've seen Hunter x Hunter, but like there's this character called Knuckles, and basically it has a power that when he touches you, when he throws you a punch, it will basically stick to you this, I don't know, this power, which basically the more that power is in you, and I don't know how to explain this in English, honestly, but like the more that power sticks to you, it basically gives you an interest, and it will like drain your power, right? And so imagine that you have that power draining your power every day, but like Knuckles doesn't have to be near you. Literally, Knuckles can go like, I don't know. Yeah, he can go like what? Uh, he can go to another country, and you will still have like his power with you, and it will be like draining your body every day, draining your thoughts every fucking day, and he will fucking tell you all of the things that you basically hate about yourself, and he will remind you that thing at least every fucking hour, if not every minute. And like, if you try to pay attention to that thing, bro, I will basically become crazy. And basically, you are also not the fucking person. You are not your fucking thoughts, right? You are not your fucking thoughts. So stop paying attention to your inner voice. And I feel like if you try to like just pay attention to what your thoughts says about you, to what your belly, to what your feelings like says about you, and if you just stop paying attention to it, like you will realize that you will live a happier life because you are doing actually the things that you want to do, right? And when you realize this, you will actually have more compassion about other people because also they have their inner voices. Everyone has that fucking inner voice, that fucking Knuckles power, draining their thoughts, draining their fucking body. And when you think about that is actually fucking crazy because other people have like 10 times in an inner voice that is basically worse than yours. And yeah, just fucking realize that. And when you realize that, and just stop paying attention to it, or maybe like just warm up, um, just study for 10 minutes. And if you don't want to study, okay, pay attention to it. But like, if you study 10 minutes and then you want to keep a student, then fucking just keep a student because it's actually really fun to study and be productive in your life. So that's it for the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and all those things if you want more people to know about this. Thank you.